to re-enter in your life, is what I heard. I'm Super Goddess, and I am your messenger. So let's see what we have going on here. Whoever this individual is, they made their choice. They made their decision, and there's no re-entry. This is someone that definitely stepped on your toes, this individual. And as I cut the deck, we have guarded. You guys could be guarded towards this individual, and that's the absolute truth. So let's start off with prayer. Holy Spirit, give me the coverings that I need to properly deliver the messages to the collective, and may they leave with the clarity they need and seek. In Jesus' name, amen. This is what's going on here. We have truth, expression, guarded, and vulnerability. See, what happened is you were honest in a situation. You were the express. You could have been the more expressive party in this situation. And it's like, no matter how much truth you spoke, no matter how much you expressed yourself, this individual remained guarded while they were actually in your presence. And I feel like this individual made you feel some type of way. You were more so tapped into being vulnerable with this person. You could have even showed your vulnerability to this person. And as soon as you did, this person took off like a rocket. And I'm talking about energy-wise. This is someone, they shut clean down on you once you became vulnerable. Before the shutting down, this person took clean advantage of your vulnerabilities. And that's why you're not giving them another second in your life. Yep, we have control. Okay? They tried to fully dominate you, and they started with control and other tactics that they were actually using. Okay? Although you knew that you had the power to actually take control of the situation, okay? You tried to allow this person to be, you know, either the man or the woman that they that you felt like you should have allowed them to be for you. Okay? Maybe they have some people that maybe like, you know, their man to be in control or their woman to be in control. Okay? But to a certain degree, this is someone that overdid their control, okay? Because they became very manipulative. Okay, yeah, look, we have a feminine energy here. So for some of you, it could definitely be a feminine energy, or you can be this feminine energy. Just take it as it resonates to you. You could be the feminine energy that's feeling this way, or you could be the masculine that, you know, was giving this feminine energy some leeway. Let's see what we have. Yep, we have contracts, career, and commitment. And it's like you, whoever this feminine energy is, it's like you were in it until literally like that did you guys apart, like physical death. But this person was in it until that tore you guys apart. Contracts, career, commitments, all tangible things. This is what this person was in it for, yeah. And they neglected this part, the nurturing. Look how I felt it flipped in the reverse. The nurturing and compassion was out the window. It went out the window. This wasn't even up for debate. This was not anything that you could have even talked to. We could talk to this person about, excuse me, because this person was so guarded. Okay, so when it came down to the nurturing and the compassion for this connection with you, this person lacked that. What we have now, they want to apologize to you. Now they want your forgiveness, Now they want to express some type of truth, and you guys just simply do not want to hear it. You're not going to be baited in by whoever this individual is, because this person right here, this person here took you for granted. Okay? They really took you for granted, collective. Okay? And at some point, you know, you have to get over the anger of being angry with yourself for allowing this person to take control of you and blame you for loving them. This is someone that was actually trying to blame you for loving them, collective. What we have, yeah, we have an earth sign here, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay? This could be this energy that was tapped into this energy here, or you can be the Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy here. Okay? This could be someone that have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn placements somewhere in their chart. Okay? This could be their sun, moon, rising, okay? Something like that. North node or south node energy. See what we have going on. Thank you, Holy Spirit. What we have, yep, look, shadow side. Moon. Definitely could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn moon. We have the moon here and we have dark night. Okay? So this person is going to try to, you know, say, come in and ask for forgiveness or apologize and say that, you know, they was operating from their shadow side, and, you know, the control took over them and attack this took over them, and they were going through the dark night of the soul and da 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 da, and you're not going to want to hear it. Can't make it up. We have distance. Whoever this feminine energy is, you already distance yourself from this person. You went in retreat mode and you went in timeout mode from this individual. But unbeknownst to this person, they thought that they had enough time while you guys went into timeout. You know, they thought that you guys were just taking a break. They thought that they can, you know, still, you know, keep you. It's like this person wanted you guys to have some type of open relationship. Okay? So they could have definitely started exploring other options without fully letting go of whatever they had with you. This is someone that did not close the door all the way. Okay? It don't matter if this person walked away from this connection with you and got into another connection. They still did not fully close the door with you. They left the door open because they had plans on returning, because it's like you were this person's biggest supply. Okay, this person is, I say, Perkinson. Someone name could be Perkinson, but however, this person is, not only are they a liability, okay, to you, this is someone that, you know, viewed you as someone that possibly wasn't even going to go anywhere, especially not for the long term. But unbeknownst to this person, once you ask for distance, or once you distance yourself, you knew that was it for you. Yeah, look, we have party. We have external party. This person had an external party involved, and this is the reason why they were treating you as they did. Okay, collective? This is what's going on. This person had an external party, and they put you in a third party situation. As you can see, there's 3 people here. And if you were this feminine energy, you already knew that. Okay? You already knew that this is what this person had going on. And it's like, whenever you guys, you know, had a timeout or went into retreat mode to, you know, find out what you guys were going to do, this person never stopped, you know, being with external parties. They never stopped. And that's confirmation right there. What we have. Yep. And that activated your higher self. Once you realize that, collective, it's like, listen, your higher self activated, especially when you were not getting what you knew that you deserved, to be nurtured in a relationship, for someone to show compassion. It's like this person didn't give a damn if you had felt any type of compassion, or if you felt like you wanted to be nurtured or not. They didn't give a damn about that. What we have, yep, memories. And all you have is bad memories of this situation with this person. That's how you That's how you viewing it. Whether it's, it was a relationship or not, you could be viewing this as just a situation. Okay, a situationship that you were in, because you realize that it was all control based. You realize that somebody was only in it for, you know, a short time and not a long time. Okay, this person didn't have any plans on really giving you all of them, and they sat there and let you pour everything you had into them, and they still refused to give you what you wanted, but they wanted everything from you. This person is a taker. Okay, yep, look, separation and longing, and now they sitting somewhere. The truth is, they're sitting somewhere in separation from you, longing for you. And on top of, you could have been in this nostalgia energy, yearning for this nurturing and compassion that you knew that you were supposed to feel from, you know, from your partner. Let's just say partner. Okay, because I don't want to keep saying person, because some of you, you're looking at this individual like they're an entity and they are not your person. Okay, this is someone that you thought that you were going to have some type of partnership with. Yeah. And they sitting somewhere spying, watching, and inspecting you. But it's a little too late for that now. Yeah. Because you in this mode. Okay. Rejection, loss, and fragmented. It's like you embody all of these energies at some point. Okay. Due to the control that you were under, due to the tactics that this person kept on pulling on you, okay, when it was tapped into this shadow side energy. But as far as you're concerned, this person is still in this shadow side energy. You guys just don't see a change happening with this individual, like not now and not ever, okay? And this could be a fixed sign. This is someone that's fixed in their ways, okay? And you realize that you don't have to deal with that, okay? For some of you, it was emotional abuse that you was experiencing with this individual here. They were trying to make you feel like you were not valued, you were not important. They could have devalued you. Yeah, we have guilt and sabotage. Now they're in this energy of feeling guilty because they sabotage this connection. Now they praying to be able to apologize to you or ask for some sort of form of forgiveness, but you're not giving it to them. You're not granting this person that. You don't even want to hear it. Can't make it up. Masculine. Okay? Yeah. You don't want to hear it from this masculine. You just don't. There's nothing that this person can say that you will actually even listen to at this point. There's nothing more that you want from this person other than, this person to continue on a journey and a path that they've been on, and whoever, they decided to abandon this connection with you for. Okay, it's like once they made that decision to move on and add another external party, you were officially done. It's like maybe you didn't have any proof of, this person having an external party, but once, it's like your intuition told you. So this is the reason why this distance was created in the first place, and you knew that there's really no secrets with the universe. So time would tell. You knew that time would tell. Or you knew that somehow, this person would get mad enough and reveal, you know, what they had hidden or what they had going on. And then you were able to gain a certain or particular perspective about the whole situation, that this is the reason why they couldn't show you compassion, because they were always looking for someone better than you. But the thing is, they won't ever find anyone better than you. It doesn't matter if someone have more than you on the material plane, if they have more finances than you, that do not matter. They'll never ever in this lifetime, okay, Find someone that can fit your shoes. Look at this. Look at this. Not what you brought to this connection. And right now, if this person is involved with another party, this is what they're lacking right now. This is someone that's sitting somewhere unhappy, feeling guilt every single day for sabotaging something with you, because the nurturing and the compassion that you showed them, it is unmatched. Okay, it's unmatched. There's not another that can actually, you know, give this person what you actually gave them, and it don't matter how hard they try, it would never happen. Okay, it would never happen. And on top of, you could have been the first to show this person that type of nurturing, compassion and love. And so, that's just like, I want to say, first love type of energy. And many times, when people have a first love, it's kind of hard for people to move away from that first experience. And since you were the first experience for this person, to show them that type of love, compassion, and nurturing, they will never ever be able to shake you, okay, when it comes down to the love department, or forget you. So they are going to always be looking for someone to top what you gave them. And they're struggling in that area. Look at this. Storm, unexpected. Okay, so there's a tower. There's a tower that's hidden, or some unexpected change here. And this unexpected change could be that, this person may want to have a sit down with you, or they may want to talk things over, or they just simply may keep going on with their life and just want to, apologize to you. But you are not open to receiving an apology from this person, because you're going to look at their apology as another control tactic. That's how you're going to view it. Okay, and it doesn't matter if it's coming from their heart or not. They need to live with what they did to you. Okay, whoever this person is, I can't make it up, collective. Look what flipped over. Look what flipped over on top of rejection, loss, and fragmented. We have regrets and repression. And with this repressed energy, like I said, they need to live with what they did to you, because this was no mistake. This was not by accident. This was a choice that this individual made to actually, do you wrong or not do right by you. Okay, yep, look, ego. Because they were tapped into their ego, and not only were they tapped into their ego, there was one about everything that was vain, beautiful, who looked good, who looked nice, or this one pretty, or this one beautiful. This is the only thing that this person was fixated on. And not saying that, you shouldn't, or you shouldn't want, to have like a beautiful person in your life, especially as, you know someone that's yours. But this person was over hooping. Okay, they took this to a whole nother level, and it just go to show you that this person never experienced that. And that's what was brought to your attention, that you're the person that awakened this person to, you know, even developing that type of swag, to where they feel like, now it's on. I want to be with this one. I want to be with that one. I could get this one. I could get that one. But it was all because of your energy here that they even got into that mode. Because maybe this person wasn't even like the way that they are right now today. It's like this person just let it all hang out once they got with you, because you poured so much into this person. And then they, look, it did something to their ego. Okay, it, like, let's say, inflated, right? Like inflation, it inflated their ego, collective. And so they instantly felt like they needed to, like, disregard you and go explore this side of them, because now they felt like they were more confident to do so. So that's exactly what they did. And their ego, is like you gave them an ego boost, collective, and this is what they wanted you around for. They like to project onto you so you can pour into them, and so that they can inflate their ego, and they was using that energy that they was taking from you to go find, tap into this vain energy, this vanity and pride energy, and explore other options with it. So with that being said, this is the reason why you don't want to hear an apology. You don't want to hear from this person ever again. This person don't understand. This is someone that thinks, oh, the collective is just saying that for right now. They could be a little upset right now, but one day, someday or something like that, they are gonna want to open up to me. This person obviously never knew you, and the reason why they don't know you is because they didn't get the opportunity to really understand how your mind was set up and what type of person you actually are. Okay, it's like they thought they knew. This the type of individual that was listening to other people about you, that proclaimed to know you, that thought that they knew you. Some of these people that this person was listening to, they know the old you, and I'm talking about the you that was still trying to find yourself and figure out who you were, and what you were gonna do and how you were gonna be, and you was going through a phase in your life, and you were growing. Okay, so this person got stuck right there on what, how others described you or what others thought about you, but this person never stopped to think that you were someone that was mature, someone that was wise, someone that's consistently growing and changing, and they could have vouched for you because you were helping them. You helped them so much to whereas you gave them an ego boost, and they straight forgot about you. And it's like, I don't feel like you would have felt a way if this person would have said, well, listen, we could just be cordial, or, we could be friends. This person lied. Like, they wanted contracts with you, careers, like they wanted to build with you, like they wanted a commitment with you. Also, you could pour into them and offer them to go find or go look for someone, seek and find someone that they felt like they couldn't get before, but now since they have this new found sense of confidence, that they can go out and get and dispose of you, but they were using your energy to do so, right? Look, we have not known, because you are a high viber. You are a high vibing individual here, right? And you are someone that definitely have a purpose. And this person kind of like figured this out. They knew this due to your wisdom. Okay? They found that out early, and they used it to their advantage. That's what happened. Okay, look, self-love. Okay? And so it left you in the energy of like feeling like you have to guard your heart, like you will never allow anyone else to take you through what you experienced with this connection right here. You really started loving on yourself. You really started creating more, and you are intentional about you now. I see 444 on the clock. You guys can be seeing 444, and I just saw another number. What was that? Angel number 33. That's a master number. So you mastered self-love. And this, whatever you went through with this person, was a catalyst for your change, for you to realize that you could have been pouring all of that love into yourself. And so that's what you're doing. And you're doing that without any interference. Any interference, any interferences, or any distractions. No one is going to derail you off of your path. No one is going to, stop you from loving yourself the way that you love yourself now. So this person wasn't the only one that, gained some confidence along the way. It was both of you guys actually, but this person's confidence turned into ego while you remain confident with pouring that self-love into yourself. At some point, this person could have felt like Like they were kind of getting bored with you, even if they were not bored with you. That is the energy that they were giving off, like they were bored with the connection, because you you could have been in the energy of having like some growing pains, and you could have been talking about, spirituality and things that you learned, and what and gaining perspective, and they felt like that was something boring to them. That's not what they really wanted to hear about, because that's not what type of time they were on. What they wanted to do was party, whoever this person is, okay? So you guys were on two different wavelengths. Your energy gave this person such a high ego boost, to whereas they just had to go out and show it off and let other people see what they actually got this time around with you. What we have, yep. And so we have lack and doubts in a reverse. Now, when you met this person, they could have been full of lack, they could have been full of doubts, but you turned this negative into a positive, and they changed the game on you. Okay? They felt like after you did that, they didn't need you for anything else. You taught them the ropes. You taught them things to whereas they could use as tools on other people to get exactly what they want, and forget about you. Okay, so with that being said, this is the reason why you don't want nothing to do with this person. And for many of you, if it wasn't for the love of God, the hate word would come out. Because for a long time, you could have hated this person, right? But you know that if you hate someone, it's like that means that you still care. So that could be the only reason why you, disposed of that energy of feeling like you hate this individual. But I wouldn't call it love either, right? What we have, yep, freedom. Okay, and leap and opportunity. So you definitely took some type of risk, took some type of leap of faith, or you just simply betted on yourself and took a chance on yourself, and you are not going to sacrifice that for no one. Okay, especially not this individual. I keep telling you guys, whoever this person is, it don't matter what this person want to say. You don't want to hear nothing that come out of the mouth of this person. And you see, the thing is, this person didn't know that you were the type of individual to feel the way that I'm explaining it right now. They just thought that you would be a cakewalk. And I'm quite sure this individual described you like that to someone, or something along the lines of something similar to someone that was either dumb, stupid, a cakewalk, or just simply naive. But this person didn't know that you were stronger than the ox, okay, mentally too. It could be physically, but more so mentally, right? Because people don't understand that you get your physical strength from your mental strength, right? So at the end of the day, this person really, really underestimated you, okay? Really, really underestimated you and your ability to erase them from your mind. This person is now invisible to you. They don't matter. They don't exist. Okay? And it's like that's the reason why you don't want this person to try to speak any truth to you, express anything to you, apologize to you, or they could save it, because you don't need it. You're doing just fine without hearing anything from this person, because you are definitely going to look at it like manipulation if they try. Because it's like, why now? Why all of a sudden you want to apologize? And this person could have had ample enough time. Matter of fact, you could have granted them enough time to give you the apology that you know you deserved for the way that this individual actually treated you. And they was dodging it, like dodged the ball. this person was dodging telling you anything. And the reason being is because they were not sorry. And once you understood that, you were able to move on and set yourself free with knowing that they were not sorry. But now they want to try to say, you know, ask for forgiveness or apologize to you. It is like, for what? It's pointless now. This is someone that want to wait to you healed yourself, almost 100% healed from whatever this is that you endured with them, to try to apologize is like a slap in the face. Okay? So for many of you, you don't want to hear anything from this individual, because you know in your heart of hearts that they are not, were not, and will never be sorry for the things that they did to you for them to climb up. Okay? But see, this person was so cocky and so prideful, they didn't understand that what goes up must come down. When it go up, it gotta go somewhere. When it goes up, it gotta go somewhere. But this person is like, they didn't understand that everybody have their time, everybody have their season. And it's not like it was this person's season. They studied you, they asked you questions, they courted you, and you pretty much was the coach, and you trained them inadvertently. You were training them. They were asking you things so they could put it into perspective and know how to, work their motion. Remember, it'll work if you work it, right? And so this is what they were capitalize. This is what they were getting from you, so they could capitalize off of any situation outside of you. Okay, and what we have, look, facade and beliefs. I'm telling you. They was putting on a facade, collective. They was putting on a facade. It's all this individual was doing. It was a whole facade with this individual. Yep. And we have opened and received, and that's in a reverse. Okay, I'm telling you, you don't want nothing from this individual. As far as wow, that just made me think of what I just said. What goes up must come down. You see, this hand is going up, and this is, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like when it comes down to this energy right here, what with this person being on the receiving end of anything, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You're being vindicated, collective. This individual will never get away with what they did to you, especially if you feel some type of way about how everything went down, because this person was not being genuine. Okay? So if you're not being genuine, you're being manipulative. Okay? And this is the reason why you don't give a rat's, you know what, about whatever the outcome in this situation is or be pertaining to this person. You just don't want them nowhere around you. Not for 1 minute, not for nothing. For some of you, it's for nothing. You don't care what's at stake. You don't care who else involved. For many of you, you don't. Okay? You don't. Look, we have an offer here. Okay, and talk about if this is somebody that was trying to offer you something. Collective, you don't want nothing from this person. Nothing. Because you feel like anything you take from this person or receive is going to bring you some form of bad luck. Okay? For some of you, it's so real to whereas even if you have children with this individual, you don't even care if they see the child or the children ever again. You were finished with this person, and they still thinking that you know you guys have something together. So one day, you're gonna cave and need them or call them for something. You're really not. You're really not. You're really not. You really not. And the lesson you learned is, not to ever allow anyone like this to even be in your presence, collective. Look at this. Decisions. Yep. And whatever decisions you made, you standing firm on those decisions. Okay? And this could even be you with your beliefs. You standing firm on your beliefs when it come down to a certain situation here. Yep, look, to stop the patterns. We got toxicity, bound, and patterns. And this came out in a reverse. But at first, this is how you felt. You felt like you was dealing with a ball of confusion. You felt like you were bound to a situation, possibly because of child or children. And you felt like your life was going, like your life was on this karmic wheel, like it was nothing but the same patterns. Every time you said, every time this person apologized, you forgave this person, you know. And the time you were in separation, you started longing for this person. You were caving. You were giving in to this individual. And so they got you stuff, you know, you giving in because they know that there's nothing else more that you wanted other than this union with them. Or just a union. I'm not, well, I want to say in general first, but more so with them. So they use this to their advantage, not anymore, collective. You are focused on your what? Like I say, growth. Okay? And we have transcendence and we have unity. But it won't be with this person. It won't be with this individual here. And they sitting somewhere spying on you and watching you. For some of you, it could be a twin flame. Okay? And it's like, it's like you got what you needed to get out of this twin flame journey already. There's nothing more that, you know, you can get. It's like when you see twin flame, you don't even see twin flame. You just see lessons. Okay? And that's how you viewing this connection. Or you view this connection like it was just one big lesson and it was a catalyst for your change, for you to realize that you deserve unconditional love, even if you had to be the one giving it to you. This is what you learn, and you're not going to repeat anything that you have already healed from already. Something could have went down in the wintertime, it's over. And or during the winter time, you could have gave this person time to actually, you know, go through a rebirth. This person refused. They probably got even worse during the winter time, collective. Look at this. Epiphany and breakthrough. And it's in the reverse. I'm telling you. You gave this person enough time and they're like, no, 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 no. I can't, you know, be talking about no epiphanies and deja vu and all of this different stuff. Look, and the whole time they were saying this, you were somewhere in this sun, you know, getting your strength and feeling empowered. Okay? You were building yourself up as you should. And since you were out there with blood, sweat, and tears, you know what I'm talking about? Trying to rebuild yourself and rebuild your life and empower yourself and, you know, get yourself back in the right mental space. You could have been improving your health. You're not about to risk everything that you did over an apology, because I feel like this apology is going to lead to something else. You could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. You just simply not doing it. Yep. And you are receiving assistance from your spirit guides. Okay? And we have change. This is who initiated the change. Okay? Your guides like, wake up, wake up, wake up. This is what's going on. This is what this person is doing. They're being sneaky. They're doing this behind your back. They don't want you to know. We got change and courage. So you had the courage to walk away. Confirmation. Yes, you did. Look, and this is where you left this energy at in the past, okay? And now they're experiencing lack without your energy. And for others of them, they're just completely suffering without the energy from you. Yep, because you released them. You surrendered and you went through a purge. You released this individual with the help of your ancestors and your spirit guides. Okay? You tapped into this alchemist energy and started creating with that alchemist energy. You got your strength. You started feeling more empowered, like I said. Okay, you guys could have also been seeing things in a dream state, and come to find out all of the things that you saw in a dream state were real events or things that really happened. You could have had your epiphany. You could have had your aha moment once you saw these things in the dreams and it really happened for real, and you realized that this person was cold and detached and had no plans on coming out of this energy with you. It's like they only got with you so you can build them up for someone else. Pretty much. Look at this comfort zone. And they still didn't grasp everything that you were trying to teach. They wasn't picking up what you were putting down because they still operating in a south node. Okay? Low vibrational energy. Okay, it's clingy. All this weird energy. Okay, look, celebrations, abundance, and gifts, all of this is in the reverse. Because even if you see this person at a party or at an outing or at an event, they're not celebrating for real because they're not happy. As far as the divine giving them gifts, not going to happen. As far as them living an abundant life or abundant, fruitful life, you know what I'm talking about? Not going to happen. Harvest in a reverse. That's double confirmation because they missed their transformation. They didn't want to transform. Whoever this person is, look, I'm telling you, avoidance and stalemate. They were more happier in this energy to whereas they were detached and cold, calculated, tactical, a control freak, and a stalemate. They would pretty much rather sit and lay in this energy and do nothing. Look at this. I'm telling you, and do nothing. Thoughts and isolating and do nothing. I can't even shuffle. And you learn self-worth and expectations. But this is what the wave they should have been on. Okay? This is what they were called to do. Learn their self-worth because like I said, this is someone that is up in a whole nother situation without fully ending or properly closing another door because this is someone that can't be alone. So if all else fails with whoever, they felt like was more beautiful than you or had more than you or made more than you, if all else fails, they want to be able to come back to you, gas you up, and tell you a whole bunch of nothings by apologizing and asking for forgiveness for you to, open the door wide again, collective. And that's all that is or was. Yeah, we have a Aries, we have a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius in a reverse. Okay? This person out of there. Yep. They were trying to telepathically communicate with you. They was planning on, sending you a message or, sending you a message even through someone or to travel towards you or just to sit down and have a conversation with you. And you're like, are you dumb? Are you dumb, bitch? Like, what? Are you dumb? Yeah, look. Seeds in a reverse. It's like, no way. That's one seed you will not plant here. Okay? Yep. Because again, you went through so much healing. You went through your healing phase. You healed your inner child, and you're not going to revisit that and do it again. We got another low vibrational Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy in the reverse. So for some of you, definitely Leo, Aries, Sagittarius in the reverse, or Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. You're like, nope, you're never going to do these two again. Whoever you are, these two elements, you're never doing it again. Okay? At least Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo came out in the upright. And I strongly feel like that's your energy. It could be these energies, energy, and water came out in the upright. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Okay? Because you got to think about it. Okay? Just like fire. When it comes down to air, it's going to erupt. You know what I'm talking about? But when this water and earth blend, it creates something beautiful. You understand what I'm saying? 44, 44 on the time. You guys can be seeing 444 everywhere. Okay? So we got stability, harmony, and flow. This is the only thing that you are focused on right now. Ever since you healed your inner child, you stepped out in the name of God and did the damn thing. And now someone is viewing you as someone that's extremely hot or attractive. It's not like you haven't been this way, but you just not gonna toot your own horn. And they only deem you this way now because wherever they went towards is lack there. Okay, they're suffering, they're missing you, and somebody is missing the way that you gave this person good love. Okay, they may pretend like, they loving this person down, or they giving this person, good love, but that's not what's happening. They missing you in that department. Okay, they are. And they are very unhappy in another situation. Remember, we have facade that came out. They are unhappy. It's like how this person thought that they were going to actually be happy after they screwed you over. Make that make sense. It's not adding up. If this is resonating with you, put it's not adding up in the chat, because it's not. It's really not. And look, we have cycles, change, and completion. See, what happened is this person don't want this to end. They don't want this cycle to close. They don't want this to end. But for you, it's done. It's like lessons are learned. Cycles, change, and completion. And because you had the courage to change. You had the courage to end a cycle. And for you, you graduated from this era in your life right here. And I'm not speaking of ERA. I'm speaking of ERROR. Okay? This was like an era dealing with this individual right here. Look, reunion and soul ties in a reverse. I'm telling you. Look, closed off, guarded, and resistant. That's why. And what is this one that's sticking up? Limitations and fears in the reverse. You're no longer feeling limited. You're no longer feeling fearful of what's in the unknown if you're not with this person. Because it's like when you got with them, they wanted to try to make you feel safe at some point, possibly in the beginning. Like, they'll always be there for you, and, you had nothing to fear, and, they'll support you, and they was going to back you on everything. And they definitely flipped the script on you because they showed up as closed off, guarded, and resistant to this connection. They was resisting this connection here because of your growth, because you grew, and because you wanted to expand, and because of your thirst for knowledge and wisdom. It was like this person started looking at you like you were not who they met, and you were weird, but you were always this individual. And it's not like it's nothing new to them, but they were okay when nobody knew who you were, when you were not sharing your voice. They were okay with them just knowing about, what that how spiritual inclined you are and how intuitive you actually are. They were okay with it, like between amongst you both. But once other people started learning about, you were intuitive, they act like it was a disease that was spreading. You understand what I'm talking about? They started acting like it was a bad rash or something going on, that that there was something that was not supposed to happen, or it was something that was not supposed to occur, but it gave you wish fulfillment. And it would have also given them the same thing, but they were okay with taking your energy and learning from you behind the scenes to go create wish fulfillment in their life off of all of the energy that you was putting in. It's like they watched you put in all this work. They watched you battle so many things that was set out to destroy you. So whereas they didn't even know how you managed to make it through the things that you actually been through. This person even knew that you are super strong, but that still wasn't enough in regards to, you know, their the way that they wanted other people to view them and see them. Okay? Because clearly if you guys were connecting, And then, they'll want to speak of you, and this person act like they were ashamed because you were someone that's intuitive. What? This is someone that was ashamed of your gifts? And even if they didn't say it, but some of them, they did tell you, right? Because they couldn't hold it anymore. They was no better than the naysayers that be in the chat saying it's demonic. This person could have been saying all of those things, and trying to hit below the belt with you and make you feel like your journey that you on is not worth you exploring, when this is the hand that you were dealt. They always wonder why we use cards to communicate, because this is the hand that you were dealt. That's why. And because you're good at it. What he said on Blue Hill Avenue, what Tristan said, somebody name could be Tristan, but Tristan said, because I'm good at it. And y'all know our Tristan face used to be very serious, okay? And that's because you're good at it. That's because it's a part of your job. It's a part of your duty. And so this person was upset about all sorts of things. You been on your right for pad. You answering the call. I feel like when you answered the call, that was it. That was it. Okay? Look at this. Divine timing. And remember. Okay? In Mufasa voice. Remember. But in this scenario, God is Mufasa, right? God told you, remember, and we have awakening, and we have divine timing here. So you were right on divine timing when you answered the call, baby. And God told you to remember, okay, and make sure that you go through this awakening. Okay, and it left this person in suspense. It left this person feeling confused, and they were also dealing with illusions, their own illusions though. They were seeing things through rose-colored glasses. Why? Because it's the same glasses they'll put on to go party in, and let people say their little sly remarks about you, knowing that they know the truth too. But since they're not a part of this divine collective, then they were against it. So whoever this twin flame of yours was, they got on board with these worldly people because they were not done with the low vibrational south node energy either. Everything on the external. They wasn't about doing no internal work. This person's like, what the hell is you talking about? Do some type of internal work. I'm doing external work with it. You do the internal work. I'm external. And when I need internal work, I'm going to come talk to you or take it from you or get it from you and apply it to my life so I can finish doing me how I do me off of your energy, because you are tied to me and I can do that. Control again. And your third eye pop clean open. Okay? Your third eye pop clean open once you realize how everything was going down, and you say, oh no, I see this. I'm so tapped in that I can see in a whole nother dimension. I can see you in a whole nother timeline. I remember you. Remember, we got remember here. So you remember that this was the same individual that were doing all these things to you in each and every lifetime. And that's why this lifetime you're not going. You're not going. You like, I see you. I can see you with one eye. Okay? I can see you, look, present, abundant, and gratitude in the reverse. Hey, you don't want, you listen, this is done. You are more so focused on your self-care and protecting your energy from whoever this individual is, collective. Yep, look, action and new beginnings in the reverse. Why? Because it is. Deception and temptation. This person deceived you and kept falling into temptation. So when it come down to the apology, they can take it and shove it. You don't even want it. You don't even want to see it rolling off the mouth of this lying dog. Okay? Disharmony. Yep, because it's going to cause you disharmony. It's going to trigger you, and it's definitely going to cause some conflict. 5444. I keep looking up, seeing 444. It's definitely going to cause conflict once you see this conniving person or entity per se try to apologize knowing they ain't sorry. Okay? Knowing they ain't sorry. Look at this. You are no longer letting them reflect or project or mirror any of this energy to you. You've been there, done that already, baby. And you're not going back to this either. You're not going back to that energy. Look at this. Chemistry. Because at the end of the day, this is what it was supposed to be. Chemistry and passion. Instead, it was conflict, triggers, and disharmony. And you remember this. Yep. Look at this. Family, home, and commitment in a reverse. Yeah. You're not playing. And we have karma, balance, and justice. Okay. And this also came out in a reverse. And we want to know why. Let me pick this up. We want to know why it came out in the reverse. Karma, balance, and justice. We want to know why that's in the reverse. So that's what we have right here for the next few minutes. We're going to clarify this, and then we'll be done with this message. This person pretended with you. They pretended, and they pretended for a long time. And now they feeling it. What is this? Karma, balance, and justice. Okay, and it came out in a reverse. And I feel like the reason why it came out in a reverse, because somebody is in the thick of this energy right now. It's not complete. Otherwise, it would have came out in the upright. So what we're gonna do is clarify all three of them, and baby voice, all three of them. All three of them. All right, what is karma, Holy Spirit? Please and thank you. There we go. First one out. Fighting for what you love. Claiming what's yours. Love is a battlefield. This is what they're getting karma for. For not doing this. You get it? For not being tapped into this energy. For fighting for external factors versus what they love. Because this person did love you in the strangest way. They did. But they refused. Because others refused you. They did the same thing. And it's like, oh, you one of them. You got on that type of time. Like, so you just like everybody else. Yeah, I'm going to need you to go over there with those people who you act like and who you are like. Okay? I'm going to need you to do that. Or go find somebody else that's going to deal with a coward. Or somebody that's just weak. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, so what else we have for karma? Why did this come out? Why are they fighting for what you love? We already clarified that. Give us another one for karma. Give us a more in-depth message, Holy Spirit. Getting played, manipulation, lies, and control. Pretty much everything that we spoke on, right? Right? And they're receiving karma for doing this to you. Playing you, manipulating you, lying to you, and controlling you. That's why. And one more came out. Recording. Announcement, expression, and revealing. Okay? And this is what karma is doing to them right now, because everything they did to you went on record. Okay? Like I said, with the universe, there is no secrets. And with announcement being here, you were also guided to speak on your experience. Okay? And express, with expression being here, the way that it made you feel. And revealing is what's happening to them right now. That's what's being revealed to you. Okay? That's what's being revealed to you right now. What do we have for balance? One came out. Pregnancy test. Unsure, pregnancy scare, positive or negative. Okay? This individual was supposed to bring balance to this situation. Like I said, you could have had a child with this individual or whatever the case may be, collective, and they still have not brought balance to that situation. You think that God is going to bless you with a precious gift, and you're going to choose you over, you know, God's precious gifts. Never. That'll not, listen, people don't understand. If you don't take care of your gifts, you're definitely going to get karma for that too. If God give you a child, bless you with a child, and you mess over a child that God gave to you, you're out of there for life. I'm telling you, you don't do right by your kids, nothing is ever gonna go right in your life. And that's what's happening with someone here. Look, investigating. Okay, so what is this? Pregnancy test and investigating for balance. What is this? Pregnancy test investigating for balance. How do we make this make sense, Holy Spirit? Thank you. Caution. Caution. Okay? Caution. And they've been under investigation by the universe. That's who's investigating them. Okay? And the way that they moving, their actions, everything. And they was told to proceed with caution, and they declined. Okay? Sure did. Look, I'm telling you. I say they were told. Look what's at the bottom of the deck. Already knowing the T. They already knew. They already knew there's somebody that don't care because they chose this over their own, and now they sitting somewhere depressed. I'm telling you, that's the balance. This is how the balance is coming in. That's what's being balanced for them. They're getting freaking destroyed. Collective, I can't even shuffle. Okay, they're getting destroyed because they was doing what? Fulfilling the fantasy with this red lipstick. I'm telling you, collective, look at this. And they want to run away, but they don't have nowhere to run. It's the universe. It's the universe. Okay? They have nowhere to run, and that's in the reverse. They ain't going nowhere. What is justice? What is justice? Thank you. Look at this. We have keeping you a secret, and it came out sideways. So again, this is someone that was keeping you a secret from individuals, keeping you a secret from, people that could have even asked this individual about them being in a connection with anybody. They was like, not going to say anything because you are someone that have spiritual knowledge. Ain't that a bitch? Ain't that cool? Ain't that cool? What Soldier Slim say? Ain't that cold? How niggas sit around and talk to their hoes about my coat, but you don't want to sell nothing. Oh, so what and you talking about? No doubt. If you want to beef, we can beef. Yeah, that type of ish. Right? If you know, you know. All right. Give us more for justice. Give us more for justice, Holy Spirit, please and thank you. Look, I hate nothing about you. And who cares? Who cares? They hate nothing about you so much to where they kept you a secret. And when it coming out crossing, it's like some people knew and some didn't. So some people knew about you, but other people didn't want to know about you. Okay? And you getting justice for that. Now they tapping out. You know what I'm talking about? Like they in that ring. They're in that ring with the universe. They're in that ring with your ancestors. They're in that ring with your spirit guides. Okay, all of them that came out here that's assisting you, now they folding. Talking about I hate nothing about you. Yeah, right. That's not what they were saying. That's not what they were saying at first. What else for justice? Look, anger management. I'm telling you, this person with the facade, with this person with that facade that they be, that they embody, it don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. And this person act like they're the only ones that's already knowing the T. You already knew the T. You already knew that this was they were doing, keeping you a secret, like they were ashamed or embarrassed, and then want to try to come double back and spin the block and say, I hate nothing about you. But in real time, they feel like this because they blaming you for everything that they're going through, this karma, the imbalance, and them not bringing you justice, okay, because you don't want to allow them to. And so all they're going to do is explode. All they're going to do is explode because you don't want nothing from them. Look at this. Because of this betrayal. Come through. Deceit, backstab, traitor, not to be trusted. So they're definitely mad, or this is the reason why they can be holding a grudge against you, because you didn't fall for their antics and their tactics and their BS. Okay? You didn't fall for it because you already knew, your spirit guide showed you that they had a proper relationship going on, baby. Okay? And look, don't want to hear it. Okay? Don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear the truth, that you knew the truth the whole entire time. And this is enough. With you bringing this to the forefront to this person, this is enough to make this person go off on the deep end when it comes down to this anger management, because they don't like you to know about they dirty deeds. They don't like to be exposed, whoever this person is, and they're never gonna want to hear anything you have to say. So that's why you don't want to say nothing to this person. The only thing you're gonna do is sit there and watch ish go down and enjoy whatever is happening and live your best life. Okay? And whoever this is, they could have been sitting down somewhere watching shit go down, enjoying the gossip, enjoying people talking about you. They ain't never stand up for you. They'll tell you that they did, but they didn't. Look at this. Total drama. Okay? In action. Total drama in action. Yep. And not somebody in their feelings. So what is the justice? Hold on. I need to know what the justice is. That's just some of the things that's going on. All of these things are going on, collective. And as you can see, it's like coming full circle. All of these are going around in a circle. You see this? It's coming full circle. What is, let's ask karma first. What is karma? Look, poverty. Okay? We got poverty. And what else? Judgment. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. This person is under judgment here, collective. They pathway is blocked and all. What is balance? What is balance? We have the gift here. Why is the gift here? Look what's on the back of this freaking deck. Privileged lady. Things being balanced out for you and they know it. Okay? 17 or 12 could be significant. And they know it. Look. And a child. Come through. Holy Spirit. Come through. And look at the deck. And a child. I told you guys. I told you. This is the reason why they getting destroyed, collective. I'm telling you, I kid you not. This is the reason why. What else? Look, it's sticking to me. Look what's sticking to me. Look at this. Hold on. Everything falling. Look what's sticking to me, guys. Look. What do we have? Sudden wealth. Okay? Look, in message. Whatever this sudden wealth is, it's coming straight to you. And look what's on the back. Courthouse. I'm telling you, that's what's being balanced out. We have a mature woman here. Okay? And we have a thief. This is what's being balanced out here. Yep. Mature woman, thief. And what is this one? Unexpected income. Oh. Yeah. So they was capitalizing off of you as well. Okay? And then we have wealthy man here in the reverse. We're going to clarify that in a second. Look at the deck. That's what Spirit wanted to say. I want to know what is this? The last one, justice. What is justice here for? What is justice here for? Ooh. We got mature man in the reverse that fell. Hold on, guys. We got mature man in the reverse that fell. Okay? This person's not getting any justice here. We got family room here. What is this family room? What is the justice in the family room? Oh, expectations. Yeah, they in their fields. It fell right on top of in their fields. We have this expectation in the reverse. Okay? Something is over. Okay? This is permanently done, whatever that is. Yep. They pathway for certain. Okay? So what does this mean? Look, message of concern. Okay? So what is the message of concern about this justice? What is the message of concern about this justice? Thank you. Look, main male. Okay? We got a main male here. And oh, courtship. In the reverse. Everything being dismantled. Look at this. Imprisonment. Somebody possibly about to go do some time. We got change here. Y'all notice my attorney card with concern being here. They're overly concerned. Somebody attorney is going to tell them, listen, we can't do nothing for you. And that's justice right there. Justice is this person being in physical or spiritual or emotional prison. None of them are good. And they all in their head and their thoughts right now. What was I clarifying? What is this family room? Why is this family room empty? Why is this family room empty, Holy Spirit? May it come out of the deck, please and thank you. Oh, we got the lovers. Okay? What is the lovers? Journey. Yep. That's why that journey was short-lived. We got false person here. Because whoever you were an official person in this person's life. You were real, you were genuine, you were authentic, and justice is being brought to you. Okay? What do we have here? Tall and labor for this, for everything you've been through here. Okay? With this unofficial person, which is this person. Yeah, we got house in the reverse. I don't know what's happening here. What is this house? What is this house? Because whatever this is, they received a message of concern and a message about it. It fell. Child. Oh, we have bad health that fell. We have bad health that fell, collective. Okay? So we have bad health. That's what's happening. Okay? Message of concern and message in house. Bad health. What does this mean? Community. Despair in the reverse. Distant horizon. Something already going down. Possibly with a main female here. Okay? What do we have? Occupation. Okay? Something is happening with someone's job. Yep. Could be losing a job or something like that. Yep. High honor. Because high honor is not involved in this. There's people going in poverty here. And we have marriage in the reverse. That's what could be ended here. Okay? Yep. Anything from this deck, that's what could be ended. Yep. Emotional intelligence in the reverse. And that's why we have anger management or whatever that is that came out. This person is angry. Look, we have keeping a promise. This is the divine telling you that he's keeping a promise to you. Okay? In regards to the situation, we got police at the bottom of the deck. Somebody could be doing drugs. And Spirit say, you damn right. It was going to be a fake apology. Look at that mask. Gregory Kruger. Okay? And we got divorce. Breaking a contract with this insecure individual. Setting the record straight. Outdated individual here. New beginning in the reverse. Bad choices this person made. They getting kicked to the curb. Because this the energy that they were in. Okay? Yep. And we are falling apart. Okay? This person falling apart, knowing that they fucked up. Okay? Dealing with this sexual, exploring this sexual energy. Being promiscuous. Being envious. You throwing away the trash. They got caught. Okay, of course. Fake friends involved, of course. Sex shop. Somebody needed to check themselves. Possibly from this promiscuous energy that they were in right here. Bugaboo in the reverse, because you don't want no parts We have a situation is about to explode, shit's about to pop off. That's already done. That's why that's in the reverse. Because of the tantric sex, they was putting on a show. We got game over here. Person was a hater. They was trying to burn evidence. They were dealing with a copycat. Somebody broke going through bank failure. This person toxic. You were tired of the drama. That's in the reverse. And you still have this on board. Love story. Once upon a time. Okay, but this will always be a thing of the past. And this is the reason why this probably came out in the upright is because whatever this was with this person, whether it was genuine or plastic, right? Whether it was genuine or plastic, it put you on your rightful path. Whatever this is, it put you right where you need to be in life right now today. Okay, even though it didn't work or it didn't last, and that's a memory that you will always have. And I feel like that memory is from like before things got bad, but this could have started off bad with this person from the beginning because they never really had good intentions. They already said they was going to use you collective. This person said that from the beginning, that they weren't going to do right by you, that they were just going to use you here. Whoever this person is, I'm telling you, they already made up in their mind that's what they was going to do. So it's pretty much sounding like this is someone that was plotting on you from the beginning. They never had no real plans to, make anything official with you for real. Nope, they didn't. That's why this person failed to respect you, respect your boundaries, all of those things after they know what type of individual you were. Because again, this person studied you. It's not like they know they knew. They just didn't care. Okay? I want to get a few more to see who this individual could be before we wrap it up, you guys. This person out here having tantric sex, bouncing from person to person, exchanging all these floors. Baby, listen, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. God's protection is everything. Because that's really nasty and it's really disgusting. Okay? It really is. When you don't value yourself and you just out here giving yourself to anybody for anything is disgusting. But it's also not your problem. It's not for you to worry about. Thank you. Welcome to all my new subscribers. How you guys are doing? I didn't even tap in with the chat, right? I'm tapped into this message collective. How you guys doing in the chat? Welcome to all my new winners aboard. Welcome, welcome. To all my A1 Day 1 salute. If you guys have not subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? We would love to have you here as a part of the Winning Team family. Okay? So, who could this be? Oh, the first one out is the Tower. Okay, that's who this is. My guys are saying, listen, it's a freaking Tower. So they could be having a Tower moment happening right now. Wow. We got the Ten of Wands that came out. Somebody carrying heavy burdens. They can't stand the rain. We have the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. This person, the Knight of Pentacles is like hard working hard. This person hardly working. Yep. We have a High Priestess in the reverse. So if this is who someone went towards, you better know that, look, you better know that they in this energy right here. The Three of Swords dealing with heartbreak. They're heartbroken. Look at this. They still not receiving justice. You can't make it up. They still not receiving no justice. None. They're not receiving no justice. Look, you are though a new beginning. What do we have? The Fool. They not taking no leaps of faith either. But you see, listen, this is somebody that thought that whatever their decision they made was going to be justified, that they were going to be able to go and have a new beginning, but they got stopped in their tracks. That's what I heard. Let me see. Yep. Look who they stuck with. Can't make it up. They're dealing with a Queen of Swords in the reverse. Okay? This is who they're dealing with. A Queen of Swords in the reverse. And look, the Seven of Swords, baby. Yes, you are being vindicated. I'm telling you. All because you ain't do nothing. You ain't have to do nothing. Look at this energy. Would you ever want to be in this type of energy right here? Okay? Would you ever want to be in this type of energy right here? This is the type of person that'll knock you for what you do, but congratulate other people for doing the same thing that you do. You understand what I'm talking about? Just a fucking hater. And that's what came out. That's what came out, collective. This person is getting hit with the tower. We got Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Okay? I don't know why the tower is Scorpio energy, collective. So somebody bringing a tower on this person, period. We got the Ten of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. The High Priestess is Scorpio too, but it's in the reverse. So I don't know who this could be. This is a low vibrational karmic energy. We got the Three of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We got Aries, Leo, Sagittarius that's wounded, carrying a whole lot of burdens. We got a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo in the reverse that's hardly working. We have a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius heartbroken. Okay, we got a Libra not receiving no justice. Okay, we got an Aries not being able to take no leaps of faith with the Fool. Okay, we got a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius in the reverse, a Queen of Swords. Okay, this this witchy, whoever this is, and look, liar, a manipulator, all that with this Seven of Swords energy that came out here. Sneak, cheat, liar, deceiver. You know what I'm talking about? All of the above. And this type of energy makes whoever these low vibrational energies are in the reverse, it makes them happy. It makes them happy to know that they in that type of energy when it comes down to people. But they getting served just as they should. It's coming full circle. Let's make the circle. Five of Cups. Seven of Wands in the reverse. The Moon. The Crown of Wands in the reverse. I'm telling you. Okay? And you know we already did the research on these people is lost in the sauce. Give us one more to make it come full circle. The Sun. So they thought they was going to have a new passionate beginning and be able to be happy. But I feel like out of all this that came out, the only way you fit in is with this new passionate beginning that's happening for you in this Sun energy right here. I feel like only these two on both corners is your energy. And as you can see, this is two major arcanas, the Ace of Wands and the best card in the deck. This is you guys' justice right here. All the rest of this energy right here, this is what you're being illuminated about with the Moon card being here. Okay, that these sneaky, lying, deceptive chiefs are in this shoulda, coulda, woulda energy, dealing with a whole lot of regret. Okay, they don't have any boundaries, none whatsoever. No boundaries, no peace. You're being illuminated about that, about these energies, being this Crown of Wands energy in the reverse. And before we get out of here, let me read the Crown of Wands to you. And so when I read it to you, just flip it in a reverse. Okay? And I went straight to it. The Crown of Wands knows how to master the explosive and impulsive energy of the knights. And we did get the who out here? The Knight of Pentacles. And even the Knight of Pentacles came out in a what? Reverse. Okay? The Crown of Wands knows how to master the explosive and impulsive energy of the knight, directing it and turning it into concrete, definite action. Usually, she is a very charismatic person equipped with a natural inclination for leadership. She is a guide, one who inspires and can be an example with her actions. The skill of vision and foresight to see beyond is contained within this card. I can't speak. What the Crown of Wands implements is action inspired by an idea that follows a precise ideal. And what did I say about this energy that's lost in a freaking soul? That's what's going on. It's over with for these individuals. Collective is like checkmate. Okay? This came full circle, and this is checkmate on these individuals. Anything you would like to add, holy angels? Within the next few weeks in the reverse, abundance in the reverse, this situation will improve in the reverse. And we got yes in the reverse. What's at the bottom of the deck? There's something better. Okay, hold on. I heard shuffle. There we go. Look, we have wait. Okay, I know. Okay, what else? Thank you. We have remained positive in the reverse. And we got perfect timing. It's perfect timing for all of this to go down. Okay, we got reconsider in the reverse. Even your angels not messing with them. And then we got no. I said, what is the opposite of yes? And we got no. Same exclamation mark, guys, with the no. Okay? It's over in the near future. This is happening now. Perfect timing. Communicate clearly in the reverse. Look for a sign. Meditation brings answers. I feel like that's for you. And improving health is for you too. Okay? But look, if not, it's unlikely. Okay? My guys are saying unlikely. Meditation brings answers. Improving health, unlikely. I'm telling you, these energies are done. Everything is in the reverse. Everything. Even this one. What is this? Don't stop. Everything in the reverse. Everything in the reverse. When it comes down to these individuals. Everything. Unlikely. They're unlikely to be able to meditate and tap in with their angels, their spirit guides. Even their angels and their spirit guides not rocking with these individuals because they too slow to actually adhere anything that they try to show them and convey to them. They disregarded all of that. Okay? Whoever this person is and whoever these other people is that's involved. Okay? But I really feel like it's these people that you were involved with that tapped into this energy, and they're just pretty much a lost, hold on guys, pretty much a lost cause here. Okay, and whoever this is brought it all on themselves. It's somebody that thought that they could manipulate you or send you energy, manipulative energy, but they ain't work either. Okay, so let's pull one, anyone. Okay, it says the Lord has done amazing things for us with joy. Okay, and on the back it says a state of mind that sees God in everything is evidence of growth and grace and a thankful heart. So be grateful that you have grown. If you guys like my content, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Also turn on those post notification bells so you can see me, girl, go live and update new content. All my newly subscribed, welcome aboard, and all my A1 Day 1 salute. Now I'll see you guys on the next one. Wait, guys, y'all got something fell out. It says the Lord has done great things for us, and we are filled with joy, careful for nothing, prayerful for everything, thankful for anything. Okay? And ooh, look what fell out. It said, you prepare a feast for me in the presence of my enemies. You honor me by anointing my head with oil. My cup overflows with blessings. Psalms chapter 23, verse 5. 5. And on the back it says, never lose an opportunity of seeing anything that is beautiful. For beauty is God's handwriting, a wayside sacrament, welcoming in every fair face and every fair sky and every fair flower, and thank God for it as a cup of blessing. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Wow. And this one is Dwight L. Moody. That could be some people's names too. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace, love, and blessings.